Back now in Los Angeles. What a terrific return here for the Rams. A wild card berth, but the visiting Redskins with a field goal try coming that would effectively end this storybook season. From 39 yards out, Dustin Hopkins. Oh, wait, whistles here. The kick actually went through, but I think a timeout was called.
And you can see Jeff Fisher right there talking to the officials, telling them that I came out and called a timeout, hoping for another playoff miracle.
You're hoping for one indeed. He called that timeout.
Hey, listen up. This is a real good place to be right now. We can take it over. Let's shift it and put the pressure on them.
So now all eyes back on the fourth-year man Hopkins. He did miss one earlier from 42.
Miss another one. Here we go. You're going to miss it. Miss it.
From 39. Oh! Quinn over the top, and he blocks it. And the Rams fall on the football.
Dang, man. Come on. This way. Let's go, Tree. That's big time, man. Let's go.
Now everything changes. The Rams are back in business. And here comes the rookie quarterback, Jared Goff.
All right, guys, this is our time. Let's finish this thing right here. Let's finish it. One play at a time. Run it down their throat. O-line, let's go. Right here. Let's go, man. Just bring me the ball.
3 minutes to play. The Rams come up on, without question, their biggest drive of the year. On first down, this is Gurley running right. And not a whole lot here to start the drive as the Redskin defense gets him down quickly. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. To throw is gone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And Austin will score. It's a Rams touchdown. And they're an extra point away from tying this wild card game.
I love it. Let's go. Let's go win this thing right now. All right, boys. Moving on or going home. Season comes down to 2 yards. I'm not ready to go home. I don't know about y'all. Let's do this right now. It doesn't matter if we run or pass. Who wants it? Hey, bro. I'll be open, bro. I'll be open. We got West right, half left, 372 scat right, Y seam, Z shape.
They will indeed go for 2. It's the play of the season right here. The Rams hoping to set up a date with a 14-2 Cowboys. Now gone. And the catch is made by Tavon Austin. And the ball game is over. Fisher had the guts to go for 2, and the comeback is complete.
Yes, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's big time right there. Let's go, Tate. Nobody want to pass. Let's keep this thing rolling.
Los Angeles got their team. They made the playoffs, and their Hollywood story has at least one act left. This is Madden NFL 17. Welcome to Madden NFL 17. Before we hit the gridiron, let's take a look at a few options. First up, very simple. Select your favorite team. If you're new to Madden, we recommend starting on either rookie or pro difficulty just to get your feet wet. Brandon Gaudin here to tell you about what's new in gameplay for Madden NFL 17. This year, the team focused heavily on 3 specific areas: the ground game, zone defense, and special teams. We have overhauled ball carrier locomotion, momentum, and balance. The special move system has been completely rewritten around a new defender fake-out system. We've added new feedback systems and an auto-move setting on rookie and pro difficulty levels to help users master the new systems. Finally, we have tackle battles, which will trigger a prompt that gives users more control to influence the outcomes of certain tackles. Defensive gap play is new to Madden 17, and it fundamentally changes the run game. Defenders now have true gap assignments, which result in moving blocks and cutback lanes. Finally, there's a new defensive auto flip feature, which ensures your defense is always aligned to the strength of the offense. We've expanded our zone coverages big time, going from 4 types to 13 unique zones. Pattern matching concepts are now featured throughout our defensive playbook, so you will find a wide range of strategic options to shut down whatever your opponent throws at you. And last but certainly not least, special teams. The new kick meter features 3 button presses, 1 to start the meter, 1 to set power, and the final press to set accuracy. Kick blocks and trick plays have also been added, so strategic special teams play calling is now a major factor in determining the outcome of games. So there you have it, Madden NFL 17. It's the most complete, deepest gameplay experience in franchise history. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. Get out there and show the Madden world what you've got.
All your
even more tutorials and drills inside of Skills Trainer that will help take your Madden game to the next level. So check them out.
'Cause we've been putting... We only taking what was...
And just like that, you're set. It's time to play, and we hope you enjoy it. Madden NFL 17.
Washing them dishes, I was just wishing I could just vision. I was gonna get it, I was on missions, I was just living. Walked in that building, we were just building, taking our time. We were just yielding, we were just chilling away from these haters. Know they be watching like a theater. Yeah. Plotting these niggas that we need later. They gon' degrade us, it won't delay us. This is what made us. We got Omega, probably roll. Probably just leave. I see you later. I still Luega, cop a new crib, got some new neighbors. You get this big, they gon' want favors, they gon' want flavors. Probably roll. Hope the Lord save us, wait from these haters. Hope the Lord save us, wait from these snakes, wait from these fakes. Wait, I need breaks, wait, I need cake. How long can we wait? Come on, for peace sake. Better not be the one to doubt us. 'Cause we've been putting in the hours. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us. Blow your mind. We gon' 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 blow your mind.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. We begin the next half century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flashes. Super Bowl 51 from Houston is underway. Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And Brandon, I think Mohamed Sanu had a nice career while he was in Cincinnati, but he really elevated in 2016 in Atlanta. The most catches for himself in a single season.
59 of them, 4 touchdowns. Really a nice compliment to Julio Jones, and he was a nice compliment in Cincinnati. I don't want to say he's not a number 1 receiver, but he plays that number 2 slot well, doesn't he?
He does, and I think it's because of his versatility. He can play in the slot. He can play out wide. They can use him as a wildcat quarterback. He has thrown passes in the NFL. In fact, going back to his days at Rutgers, I think he threw 18 passes while he was at Rutgers, so you never know what you're going to get when Mohamed Sanu has his hands on the football.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Danny Amendola on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions, and boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them to the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a 5th-round pick, 3 touchdowns against Houston in the divisional round. Chris Hogan, undrafted. He ends up having 180 yards in receptions, including 5 plays of 20 yards or more against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
And you mentioned James White at Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's correct.
10 yards to go on 3rd.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And he's got Bennett. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
In a tough spot to get it over the middle.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way. And LeGarrette Blount just does not go down easy. You know, from my experience as a defensive back, this was a difficult guy to try and tackle because of the force that he runs with, and he's not going to be daunted no matter it's the first quarter or the fourth quarter, Brandon.
Well, what shocks me about last year, 18 touchdowns. I mean, the yards were pretty good, 1161. But when I think of New England, I don't think of a running back getting 18 touchdowns.
You know, that to me, it was the combo that made the 2016 season for him. Most yards in his career, most touchdowns in his career by far. And he's the type of guy that, hey, you want to give it to me inside the 5? He doesn't believe anyone's going to stop him.
And this will be taken at the 13. What a spin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Falcon football as they take the possession. Now Ryan on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. It's a pickup of 14 there. And the Falcons are going to get a first. Over 1,400 yards last year for Jones. Just 6 touchdowns, but, of course, he had the big 300-yard game. However, when he was blanketed with coverage, he always opens things up for other guys, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what's benefited Atlanta's offense. Other guys were able to step up. In 2016, Mohamed Sanu stepped up and had his best year as a pro. Austin Hooper, as a young tight end, really developed down the stretch. And Taylor Gabriel, who'll come over as a free agent from Cleveland, he really flourished, actually led the team in touchdown catches. But there's only one Julio Jones.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. On first and 10, it's Ryan. And it's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Falcons a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They come up in an offset eye. Second and 10 now. Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
And when you watch Devontae Freeman run the football, you can almost close your eyes and hear him running the football, can't you? Because people just scatter. I mean, when he goes through a pile, it moves in a positive direction for him. I just love how hard he plays the game.
1,000-yard season. He had 11 touchdowns last year. In March, 25 years old. So he's kind of hitting that sweet spot for a running back, isn't he?
He really is. I still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait. Well, wrong about that. He's dominant just about everything he does, and I think that he's going to continue to elevate his game and seek a third.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and they bring this all the way back the other way for 2 points. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Now Amendola. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Okay, partners, New England comes out here to take the field on offense. This is such an interesting story, how they've been able to do it year after year after year. Guys talk about parity in the NFL. Well, New England has kind of transcended that parity, and they've done it with guys that you don't normally think of as household names.
The parts keep changing for New England. That's the amazing part. On offense, all right? Offensive linemen change, receivers change, running backs change. We know the one constant is Tom Brady, and that's a huge deal for them. But to be able to do it in what you call the parity times, and you're exactly right, everyone's supposed to be pretty equal. New England still a top 10 offense year in and year out. In 2016, they were number 4, and that helped them with a number 1 ranked defense as well. No gain on that run.